Could this young former world champion be set to retire? And we have the latest on the AEW return of CM Punk. But first, former WWE superstar John Morrison made his boxing debut at the Creator Clash 2 charity event held in Tampa, Florida this past Saturday night, an event that featured several social media influencers and celebrities battling out on the card. The co-main event of the night saw Morrison take on Harley Warrenstein, the star of Epic Mealtime on YouTube. Morrison, who fought under his real name of John Hennigan, was walked out to the ring by his family and several current and former WWE and AEW stars, including his wife Taya Valkyrie, Vic Joseph, LA Knight, Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Jake Hager, Mojo Rawley, PJ Black, as well as a cameo appearance from Hacksaw Jim Duggan. The fight itself was one-sided, with Morrison dominating from the outset, as Warrenstein was knocked out thrice before Morrison won by knockout just 30 seconds into the third round. Following his win, he refused to entertain the possibility of a match against Logan or Jake Paul, opting to call out KSI, Logan's business partner, instead, although he is yet to receive a response. This past January, the NWA contract of Nick Aldis would come to an end, with their former world champion hitting the free agency market. There's since been speculation on where he could land next, whether it be WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling, or elsewhere. Well, last night his decision was made official at the Impact Rebellion pay-per-view, this after their new champion was crowned. The show would see Steve Maclin defeat Kushida, winning the vacant title in the process, although as he was presented the belt, he would attack Impact executive Scott D'Amore. Former Impact World Champion Nick Aldis would then hit the ring in order to make the save, confronting the new champion and seemingly confirming his first challenger for the title. Elsewhere on the show, another new champion would be crowned, this time for the vacant Impact Knockouts title, which was recently vacated by Mickie James, with Deonna Purrazzo defeating Jordynne Grace to become a three-time holder of the belt. And next up, the newest member of the Bullet Club has just been revealed at the Capital Collision event held this past Saturday night in Washington, D.C. In the build-up to the show, self-proclaimed leader David Finlay Jr. had hinted at introducing a new member to replace the previously banished El Phantasmo. After Finlay emerged victorious over AR Fox, he would take the opportunity to call out Clark Connors before officially inviting him to join the Bullet Club as they sealed the deal with the Too Sweet. It's worth noting that former Bullet Club leader Jay White was expelled from NJPW after losing to Eddie Kingston at the Battle in the Valley event, with him now heading the Bullet Club Gold sub-faction in AEW alongside Juice Robinson, with them seemingly set for a collision course with New Japan's side of the faction, potentially at Forbidden Door in June. IWGP Women's Champion Mercedes Moné is set to defend her title this Sunday at the Stardom All-Star Grand Queendom event, which will be her first match for the female brand of Bushiroad. The show will see her take on the company's idol, Mayu Iwatani, somebody that Mercedes would wipe out during her Stardom debut on Saturday night. Regarding Moné, Dave Meltzer would speak on Wrestling Observer Live last night and would discuss her current Bushiroad contract situation, with her currently only locked in for one more match, and he would note, they are in negotiations for one more match. Her final match of her current contract is the match this coming Sunday at Yokohama Arena against Mayu Iwatani for the IWGP Women's title. I do not know if the deal is done. It was not done the last time I was told, but she is in talks for one more match. I don't know what that date would be. I don't know if it would be Dominion or what exactly, so that's where her situation is right now. In more Mercedes Moné news, the CEO would recently release a statement on social media calling for Japanese fans to stop following her home, with her Japan apartment seemingly now public knowledge amongst the fan base, and she would say, "Hi Japan fans, I'm happy that you're excited that I'm here, but please don't follow me or wait for me at my place of stay. There will be an appropriate time and place for a meet and greet, please respect my privacy and space." Next, reports began to emerge last night that former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Will Ospreay is officially cleared to compete again, this off the back of a shoulder injury that's kept him out of action since mid-May. Ospreay would later take to Twitter to post a video confirming that he has been cleared, however he doesn't feel as strong in his affected arm, before teasing the possibility of an early retirement from wrestling, and Will would say,
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I feel like my body and me personally, I am deteriorating in front of everyone's eyes. It kind of is really upsetting, and it's because I chose to do this style. I understand the risks that come with this style, but it's just one that suits me down to a T, and I think everyone enjoys it. So having said that, you know, I don't know if this ride's going to be a long one, if everyone understands what I mean. But then I kind of think, and you know, I'm from Essex, like, I didn't think I'd reach this far in my career anyway. So I'm just going to enjoy myself and hope for the best. I'm going to have to change things up a lot. But like, I am going to compete. I am going to come back, and I'm going to do the best of my abilities to do this as much as I physically can. But you know, like, I don't know how long this ride's going to be. I'll be honest with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the ride. That's all. All right. Much love, guys.
Nicknamed the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay would make a name for himself with his highly acrobatic, high-flying style, a moveset that he has toned down in more recent years through his heel persona in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Still aged only 29 years old, hopefully we can see Ospreay in the ring for many more years to come, perhaps with a further evolved, grounded style, something he has shown himself to be capable of in more recent years. Now let's go to the latest on the AEW return of CM Punk, with there being multiple updates from all angles over this past weekend. The first story comes from Twitter, where FTR's Cash Wheeler, who is of course real life friends with Punk, would call for the discourse surrounding the events of All Out 2022 to come to an end, with the fanbase currently divided between the Elite and CM Punk following the backstage brawl. Cash would come to the defense of his tag team partner Dax Harwood, who has been caught in the crossfire after trying to calm tensions himself, and said, Dax is one of the best people you could ever meet, passionate about wrestling and family, protective over his friends, especially when people don't know everything. He's not afraid to speak up and not do it anonymously, honest to a fault. We all need to do better to fix this situation, everyone involved, no fingers pointed. No one is completely innocent. I respect everyone involved and want the best for AEW. I am tired of reading negativity from both sides, fans and wrestlers. Real life is more important, enough. Shortly after the peace offering, Kenny Omega would tease a statement on the matter before taking a left turn and pivoting towards the Elite's ongoing feud with the Blackpool Combat Club, and would joke, "Since everyone is asking, I'll spill the beans. I have a huge problem with certain people on our roster, and they happen to be members of the Blackpool Combat Club. I'll speak more about it Wednesday on AEW Dynamite." Regarding the specifics of CM Punk's return, it appears that he may be kept separate from certain individuals within the company, this via a brand split across Dynamite and AEW's new Saturday night show, Collision, which is still pending an official announcement. Andrew Zarian would speak on the subject last night on Wrestling Observer Live, where he would reveal what he knows about Warner's involvement in Punk's return to television, as well as the possibility of working with the Elite somewhere down the line. And he would note, "I know for a fact that Warner has been told he's coming back. They're very much aware of the situation. He had recently said he is willing to return to AEW and he wants to make it work. So the issue here is that he's willing to work with the Elite members. I know as of the time I was told, and as of early this week, there was no intention on the other side, maybe Kenny a bit more than the Bucks, but I know they do not want to work with him. There's been no dialogue between the two sides either regarding sitting down and making it work." Regarding the AEW brand split, Zarian would then suggest that it won't be as soft as he first suggested the day before, and said, "The plans have been put in place to possibly have a tentative Saturday night show to be the soft brand split. When I used that term yesterday on Mad Men, I was told that it's less soft than I'm putting out there. I guess there will be people that are predominantly on the other show, on the Saturday show." And finally, he would provide an update on who Punk will be feuding with upon his return to television, which is currently scheduled to take place on the June 21st episode of Dynamite in Chicago, with him confirming, "I've heard this from multiple people, and the way it was alluded to me is that the program will probably be Punk and Jericho in some capacity. I don't know if FTR is involved or Jericho's society is involved, but you know what? That's a very smart way to do this. Jericho has presented himself as the locker room leader. Jericho came out and said he's toxic or whatever he said, and he's willing to make this work because he realizes that there's money in this." What we do know from both Sean Ross Sapp and Dave Meltzer is that Tony Khan, CM Punk, FTR and Chris Jericho are all scheduled to meet in the coming days or weeks in order to discuss what will happen next, although no official date is currently known. And before you go, make sure you check out the truth behind CM Punk's secret wrestling returns before AEW.